Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
What's up, Americans? Kevin Jackson, here's the Kevin Jackson Show. Let me tell you, did I predict it? Have I told you what you need to know about what's about to happen in this country? I got a note from Carl. Carl is the person who wrote to me saying, Kevin, it doesn't matter why you're talking about this FBI stuff. No heads are going to roll. It's going to be more of the same. And I put a challenge out to Carl. I said, Carl, if things change, I want you to write me back, bro. I want you to let me know what you're thinking. And Carl sent me a note saying, you got it, man. You got it. And I also believe he has a little less resolve in his original position because a couple of days have gone by, or 3 or 4 days since Carl wrote to me, and he's now beginning to see that things are starting to happen. Welcome, KJRadio.com. Glad you guys are with me. The Kevin Jackson Show. So what all's happening? Mayors ditched out on a meeting with Donald Trump. You want to know why? Because he said, you know what I'm going to do, mayors? I'm going to follow the law. All you sanctuary putzes, you people that believe you can thwart constitutional law and not protect your citizens and protect illegals over your citizens, I'm going to make you eat your words. And you know what he's doing indirectly? He's changing the demographics of cities. Because people are tired of this. Leftists are tired of this. If they knew where their tax dollars were going, they would revolt. But the Democrats hide these things from them. They make them believe that, no, it's utopia for all of us. As more and more people crowd into subways, get hustled into ghettos and barrios and slums of whatever sort. As more, the money it takes to survive in a city, the cost of a traffic ticket, the cost to park, the cost for goods and services continue to increase. Why? Because these leftists don't care. They will give your money away because it's not their money. They will protect others before they protect you. Go to the hospital, see how long it takes you to get waited on. Go to the DMV, see how many illegals are waiting in line to get licenses. Why? Because they want to vote. Because the Democrats have told them it's okay. I'll play a clip of Obama saying exactly that. You watch as Donald Trump starts saying to these mayors, I don't give a crap what you think. I don't govern in America based on your wet dream that you decide you want something for your citizens that they don't want, that goes against common sense. It's not going to happen. So Donald Trump is taking a stance. Something that governors are afraid to do. Governors are afraid to mess with the big cities in their states because they want to get reelected. So you know what? Donald Trump says, I'll be your boogeyman. And let me tell you what's going to happen. Many of the people who believe their votes don't count in these cities are going to start flipping over. I made a prediction. I said Donald Trump is going to get a minimum of a quarter of the black vote in 2020. He's going to get 20% of that black vote voting for Republican candidates in 2018. It is the doom of the Democrats. That is why they wanted to cheat on DACA. That is why they want DACA. They want not only these kids, they want the kids' families. They want chain migration because they realize the clock is ticking. Tick-tock, tick-tock, Democrats, tick-tock. So they've got nothing. I want you to ask yourself, what do they have? Do they have Russian collusion? If you think that, you've obviously not been paying attention over the last 2 to 3 weeks, because let me tell you something. That dog died. It doesn't hunt. It died. So go ahead. Ditch your meetings with Donald Trump. Mayors, pretend that you don't want to address the very issues that he's addressing. Pretend that nobody cares about this stuff. Pretend that nobody cares about illegal immigration. Because the polls say very different. 60-70% say they want this addressed, and they want it addressed through the legal system. You think you can pretend your way out of it? Go ahead, ostriches. Keep your heads in the sand. Lots to talk about. Oh, my goodness. Chelsea Clinton's in the news. We were going to cover this the other day. We didn't. It's tough for me to get off this new revelation about the FBI. It's very tough because it requires us to be so silly, to be so stupid, it makes me understand just how little the Democrats think about us. I'm not saying conservatives per se, but they include us too. But certainly their own voting population. And it's going to backfire, because here's the thing. You can only talk down to people so long. Eventually they find out they're better than you at something, and then they want to get back at you. And you want to know what the dummies on the left are better at than their politicians? They're good at voting. And I was talking to some of my friends. I was on a radio show. We were having a chat. And I said to them, it's one thing to flip over. To say, you know what? I'm not going to be a Democrat anymore. I'm going to be a Republican. And I said to people, I go, that's a very dangerous person for anybody. If you're a Republican and you flipped over to a Democrat, which doesn't happen very often, probably, the number of Republicans that flip to Democrat is pretty small. But in the last decade, the number of Democrats that flip to Republican is a huge number. I want you to think about the number of people who bet that Barack Obama was going to change things for the positive for them. How much they put into that. They were, wishy-washy, middle of the road, and said, you know what, God, I'm going to give this guy a chance. And they did it. And now they're like, he was the worst. They finally made the decision to go hardcore left, and they did it. They veered left like crazy. Next thing you know, they're disappointed. Those people come back to the other side with a vengeance. They are super mad. And so I've asked the question, why is it that the people that make the transition get all the press? Because people ask me all the time, Kevin, were you ever a Democrat? I bet it was bad when you were a Democrat. No, I never was. I didn't have to have the passion for what I have because I didn't need to come from that side. But let me tell you what happens when you do. You become a Sheriff Clark. Do you know a Democrat who's made the transition? I know a bunch of them. One of the guys works for me. His name is Chris Harris. Chris was a Democrat, dyed in the wool, figured it out, and he is one of the most staunch conservatives you will ever meet. He doesn't think anything close to Democrat anymore. That's what's being created right now. That's the danger the Democrats face. We got tons to talk about today, folks. I'm excited to be here with you. Hope you'll hang in there again for the rest of the program. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. Be back in just a bit. Keep it in.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful four-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.